Once the visuals have been selected and ordered, that voiceover is written, again very straightforward, 500 words maybe, 750 words, that's your narrative, and the scripts are then recorded on an MP3 file. Some really nifty software is deployed that puts it all together. The choices are Microsoft Photo Story, which really started off the whole genre. It's easy to use, intuitive, the results are excellent, and it's free, always good. I use Magic, and it's M-A-G-I-X, Magic Photo Story. This is a bit of paid software, but it is better, I think, than the Microsoft version. But look, have a go with the freebie first, see if you like it. But I think the templates that are used in Magic are actually pretty good and worth the money I'm paying. So what both bits of software do is they meld the photographs beautifully in the order you've presented them, and then align the soundtrack so it floats around the images. This is great. This is a real DIY enterprise. It allows you to take photographs, which I think is important for research visually. You need to take photographs, you do, so that you're not reliant on copyrighted images, particularly in our present with all the IP stuff going on. Really, you start taking pictures and use them in diverse ways. And as I've always said, you know, academics at our best. I hope all of us are storytellers. How did you decide on your research area? How did it happen? What happened and why does it matter? That narrative arc is incredibly well expressed through digital storytelling. Particularly, I think, the motivations for you doing this research are well conveyed here. So if photographs are your thing, then go for this mode of visuality. I really understand a lot of you going, I just don't want to see myself. I just don't want to see myself on video. I think that all the time too. But if you don't want to see yourself on video, then think about alternative visual modes, and digital storytelling is one of them. 4, flipped teaching, learning, professional development. Video is such a useful platform to experiment with because an array of teaching and learning and professional development opportunities are now bubbling in and through video. So once you're comfortable with delivering content to video, so particularly through the abstract, say, then flipped teaching and learning, flipped professional development is probably the next stage. Flipped learning is a mode of instruction that delivers content outside of the conventional classroom. But then what happens is when scholars come back together in that classroom, they take that flipped content as read, and it creates a much more interactive, collaborative and applicable teaching and learning vibe. This is a student-focused strategy, because what happens is that flipped video content is sharp, it's intense, but it then fits into the life of the student. Then that face-to-face time is much better deployed, applying the ideas so that differentiated instruction is then possible, and time is spent in face-to-face environments, not dealing with content, but making the content meaningful. I think it's good. So the video skills that you're gaining through that journal article abstract or the video article itself can be then transferred into the teaching environment, and also of course the training context. Now I know a lot of you out there are exploring consultancy opportunities for your future, so flipped professional development is going to be a really big area. Producing video content that's watched before the session and then sharing the interactive session that